Mistakes of the Twilight Saga. Back in 2005, Stephenie Meyer shared her version of vampires and werewolves in her debut novel Twilight, the first in a series of 4 novels chronicling the romance between mortal Bella Swan and vampire Edward Cullen. The success of Twilight led to the book's adaptations to the big screen between 2008 and 2012, with the final book, Breaking Dawn, split into 2 movies. The Twilight Saga was a box office success and was well received by fans of the saga, though it wasn't a hit with critics. Still, the world of Twilight continues to have a solid fan base, and it's now joining the trend of revivals and reboots with a TV show. Although there's enough material in the novels to make a sequel, prequel, or spin-off, the Twilight universe is coming back as a TV series, now revealed to be animated. As strange and divisive as this decision has been, the Twilight TV remake can now easily fix the biggest mistakes from the movies thanks to its animated format. Twilight TV remake can fix Renesmee, the Wolf Pack, and the vampires. Despite its box office success, many things went wrong with the Twilight Saga. Aside from narrative and character problems, such as the toxic relationship between Edward and Bella, the Twilight movies came across some visual and special effects challenges that they weren't able to overcome. In terms of visual quality, the biggest mistakes in the Twilight Saga were the Wolf Pack, the vampires, and baby Renesmee, all of them suffering the consequences of bad and inconsistent CGI and makeup effects. Twilight has its own version of werewolves in Jacob Black and the Quileute Pack, but bringing them to life in the movies was a challenge. The transformation of Jacob and the rest into werewolves, as well as these running and fighting, didn't look realistic, and the size of the werewolves was inconsistent throughout the Twilight movies. The vampires' physical appearance looked good in Twilight, but the quality of the makeup and other visual effects related to it quickly declined, and by the time of the events of Eclipse, their appearance was laughable. But, by far, the worst CGI mistake in the Twilight Saga was baby Renesmee. Renesmee is the daughter of Bella and Edward, and is a human-vampire hybrid. Renesmee was introduced in Twilight, Breaking Dawn, Part 2, and it was memorable for all the wrong reasons, as a CGI baby was used that ended up falling into uncanny valley territory. These 3 mistakes ultimately impacted the overall quality of the Twilight Saga, but the Twilight TV remake can easily avoid them and improve these elements, as an animated format gives it more creative freedom to portray the book's most extravagant parts.